Hey, welcome back to my channel, Just Doing Great Things. Today we're going to do a couple of sandwiches. It's always been a dream of mine to have a food trailer or a food truck. Over the years I've tried to put together a menu, and it's mainly going to be sandwiches. I've looked at brisket over and over again, trying to come up with two sandwiches that include brisket that I can add to the menu. Well, I finally settled on these two sandwiches. They're fantastic, and that's what I'm going to put together for this video today. I smoked the brisket Friday, and I used a brisket flat, and I put some Cosmo Q's cow cover on it as a base layer, and then I put a kind of a coarse grain salt, pepper, garlic, rosemary mix that I got from a barbecue box. I put that on there liberally. It put a good coating on there, and then I put it in the Pit Boss pellet smoker at 250 and let it cook until it got to 202 degrees, and I took it off. It turned out real well. So today, this is Sunday, I'm gonna go ahead and warm that up in the oven, and I'm gonna put together these sandwiches, and hopefully you will enjoy this. The wood I smoked it with was hickory, so it has a real good flavor to it. So let's see how this works out. Hopefully you'll enjoy these two. It's not necessarily a recipe, it's just how I'm going to do these two sandwiches when I get the opportunity. Thanks for watching Just Doing Great Things. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to slice up some of this Vidalia onion really thin so that I can bread it and make onion straws out of it for the sandwich. Separate all the onions from each other so that they'll get breading on each and every one. In a plastic bag, I'm going to mix together 2 cups of flour and 3 tablespoons of Kent Rollins original seasoning. It just really works well with these onions. Alright, for the bath, I'm going to have 2 cups of milk, and 1 egg. And I'm going to mix that well. Alright, now it's time to batter the onion rings. Make sure I put them in there and they're all loose from each other. Want to get them all real wet. Use a pair of tongs so that my hands don't get completely nasty. And take the onions out, put them into the flour seasoning mixture. I believe that's about all of them. I'm going to zip that up and shake them around. Make sure every one of them gets real well coated. And then I'm going to lay them out on a paper plate so that it gives an opportunity for them to dry just a smidge. I put these in a fryer at 350 degrees until they were done, and this is the result. Alright, the bread I'm using today for both these sandwiches is Texas toast. I've actually buttered one side of this bread, and I've got it butter side down on this flat skillet, and we're going to brown this side. I like that butter flavor on my toast, and then the other side there will not be any butter on it. All right, let's check this out and see what we got. And yeah, that's just about right where we want it. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it on just for a little bit longer. Let's take that off. There we go. That's what it looks like, and I think it's about right. All right, off camera, I went ahead and toasted the other side of the Texas toast. I want this to be firm enough that this sandwich doesn't fall apart. For the first sandwich, I'm going to put some garlic aioli on one slice of the bread on the non-buttered side. I'm going to spread that out real well. And then I'm going to add a slice of pepper jack cheese and a slice of white American cheese. All right, at this point, it's time for the star of the show. That's right, folks, brisket. It's a pretty good amount of brisket, I guess. And on top of the brisket, what do we need next? That's right, those onion straws that we made earlier. We're going to take and put it on top of that brisket. And then let's put the top on. And there you have it, brisket grilled cheese sandwich. All right, let's make the second sandwich. Start with the Texas toast, of course. On the unbuttered side, we're going to put brisket. Start right off the bat with the brisket. About the same amount as the other sandwich. And then I'm going to put a little bit of barbecue sauce on top of that. I believe today I'm using Head Country. I really like it. It's not too sweet. It's just right. And now for the mac and cheese. Put you a good dose of mac and cheese on top of that. And let's put the lid on it. And there you have it, the mac and cheesy brisket sandwich.